Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband is Paul. We are so happy you have joined us. We have a very busy video. We're getting a lot done. We're going to be sharing a lot with you, and we really hope you enjoy this and it proves to be not only helpful but encouraging. At the beginning of the video, did you see the Strasburg Railroad? That train has a steam engine that runs on coal. And when we first get to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, we always stop at this little spot where the train goes by, and we captured it. And it was just so beautiful. We're going to be sharing a little bit more of Lancaster with you in this video. We're going to be sharing a haul that we picked up while we were there. We're going to do some food prep. We're going to get in the kitchen and create a delicious meal. We just have so much going on. So sit back, relax, and let's get right to this video. The first thing we want to do is start with just a small haul that we did while we were in Pennsylvania. We love to go there this time of year because all the autumn produce is available to buy or to pick, and it's just a beautiful time of year. So the first thing we're going to do is show you the little haul we picked up and what we paid. These prices were amazing. The haul we're going to show you is from Shady Maple Market, Roadside Stands, and Bird in Hand Hardware Store. This first item is 24 pounds of Ginger Crisp apples. They were, for the 24 pounds, $8.80. Yes, you heard me. They're absolutely beautiful. The apples were from Bird in Hand Hardware Store. Also from the Bird in Hand Hardware Store, we got whole milk provolone, $2.93 a pound. Monterey Jack Longhorn cheese, $2.74 a pound. Can you believe these prices? Colby Jack, $2.80 a pound. And we got 2 wheels of that. And also from the Bird in Hand Hardware Store, we picked up 3 heads of locally grown garlic. So that is our little haul from Bird in Hand Hardware Store. From Shady Maple Market, we bought 2 packs of the 4 pounds of sugar. They were like $3.15 for the 4 pounds. Around here, you just don't even see that price. And their unbleached bread flour, the 5-pound bag, were $2.50 each. Now, I still have a bunch of bread flour, but I couldn't pass up that price, so we'll put that away as well because we do make all our own bread now. We also picked up Bookbinder's mustard. This was on sale for $3. This is a really good mustard, and around here this jar sells for about $6. And then they had panko breadcrumbs. These boxes were a little smushed. They're good till July of 2025. They were $1 a box. Now I do make my own breadcrumbs with leftover bread we bake, but panko is such a specialty breadcrumb, so good. And $1 for a half a pound. Well, that was worth it. Now from the Roadside Stands, we have 2 butternut squash. They were $1 a piece. They're just big and beautiful. So we got 2 of those. Another Roadside Stand had beautiful peppers. They were 3 for $1, so we bought 6. We also picked up some free-range chicken eggs, 2 dozen. They were $3 a piece. From another stand, we got almost 3 pounds of green beans for $5. I don't know what is in the soil of Lancaster County, but this whole bouquet was $6 and I couldn't resist. Do you see these dahlias? This is so beautiful. This looks like it's not even real how beautiful it is. They really are such amazing gardeners, and the way they grow their food. Look at these. They look like they're paper, really. That's what it looks like. $6 for all of these, and I think that's an absolute bargain. And I also forgot to show you the one thing we bought at Kaufman's Market, and that was my buttermilk solids. This makes perfect buttermilk. This way you can store it. It doesn't go bad right away. And I keep ours in the refrigerator, and you just add milk to it. You can add water, but I add milk, and it is so wonderful to make salad dressings with. So this is our small haul. Believe me, if we had more room in the car, we would have bought a ton more. Oh, and I also came home with this really neat pumpkin. It's a pink popcorn pumpkin. I'll show you that right now as well. Paul kept saying to me, Emmy, we're running out of room in the car. And I was just like, can't we fit this in? Can't we fit that in? I would have loved to have brought some of their mums back, but it was okay. It just turned out great. And we did come home with some great items. I want you to remember something about food. Food is an investment. Food prices are high, no matter how you look at it. Even with loss leaders and all the ways we shop frugally, groceries are still high. Basics like eggs and milk and butter. Oh my goodness. What I want you to remember is that when you do purchase food, it is an investment. You're taking your money and you're investing it in something that will feed your body. And we need to handle the food that we bring into the home properly. Store it, freeze it, cook it right away, whatever it is. So we're going to get busy with some of the items we bought and just share with you how you can streamline your mealtime by doing these simple tips and hints. First thing I did was transfer the buttermilk solids to a mason jar. I kept it so I see the date and also how to make sweet cream buttermilk. Now this will go right into the refrigerator. One of the items we picked up was butternut squash. And if you have ever tried to peel and cut butternut squash, it's no joke, okay? So we're gonna try something. I have a whole butternut squash here. Paul did take the stem off for me. And I just took a knife and very carefully poked a couple holes in the squash, as you can see. I know some people use their Instant Pot to do this. More people have a crock pot than they do an Instant Pot, so I thought I would try this. And yes, welcome to the family, my brand new crock pot. If y'all remember, it died while we were filming a couple months ago. Just a basic model, and it was on sale for $30, so we did get one because I did miss it. Now, all I'm going to do is take this butternut squash whole. I'm going to add about 1/3 cup of water, and then I'm going to just cover it, and I'm going to put it on high for about 4 to 5 hours, and then we'll check it. That's all there is to it. So let's see how this works. It's been 3 hours, and I did add a little bit more water because I didn't want the bottom to go dry. And this is done. Look at this. I am amazed. 3 hours on high, and our butternut squash is completely cooked. It's actually super soft, as you can see. Now we are going to let it cool a bit. So we are going to just cut this. It's like butter. Oh my goodness. Look at this. I'm going to remove the seeds. Now, what can you do with this soft flesh? You can mash it with a little bit of cinnamon and butter and maple syrup. You can use it to make butternut squash soup. Mix it with a little salt, pepper, and butter, and use it as a side dish instead of mashed potatoes, as a topping for your casseroles instead of mashed potatoes. So many delicious ways. Now this is still super hot, so I'm going to let it cool even more. First thing I'm going to do is just take the seeds out. It is a delicious fall fruit. And yes, butternut squash is a fruit. So enjoy it, and this new way we have done it makes it effortless. I will now cover it and put it into the refrigerator to eat within a few days. One of the most relaxing things anyone can do is to take the ends off of string beans. Just to sit quietly and snap these beans is such a joy. They were so fresh and crisp, just a perfect addition to our freezer.
So after we snapped off the ends, we washed them, patted them dry, and laid them out on this cookie sheet with a non-stick mat, or you could use parchment paper. And then we're going to put these in the freezer and freeze them solid. But you have to separate them, and each one will freeze individually, and then we'll package them up.
I pulled about a half a pound out because I'm going to show you this amazing Greek dish that uses tomatoes and string beans and potatoes. So easy and delicious. So we have 2 packages here. Paul's going to get them ready for the freezer now. We washed and then we slice and froze the peppers the exact way we did the string beans individually, and we packaged them for the freezer as well. So that was just a glimpse into some of the food we prepared, how we prepared it. It's so important that we don't waste food, that we don't let food spoil. We end up paying good money for it and then throwing it out. So simple to deal with it as it comes into your home. And we hope these little hints helped. Now what we're going to do is just show you a bit of Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Really short, just some beautiful scenes around the countryside. And then right after that, we're going to get into the kitchen and make a delicious one-pot meal. So easy, so good, using up some of the end of the year produce that is so abundant right now. So let's turn the camera around and get into the kitchen. If you could see our kitchen right now, we are moving right along. This is a recipe using some good end of the season fresh veggies. I went and picked a bunch of tomatoes. We still have some of our plants producing. Doesn't really matter what kind of tomatoes. This is about a pound. I got about 3 potatoes. I'm using a half a pound of those fresh string beans, some onion, some really good olive oil. This is a complete meal with a loaf of crusty bread. So easy. I took a heavy skillet. I added a 1/4 cup of really good olive oil because olive oil gives these kind of vegetables such a wonderful taste. I added about a half of onion that I just chopped up. I cut up the red and the yellow tomatoes and I added them to the onions. This is over medium heat. And we're just going to let these cook for a few minutes. I did seed the big tomatoes. You can see how the tomatoes have reduced. And oh my goodness, if you could smell this. Add 1 clove of fresh garlic. Okay, now it smells even better. I've got about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning here. Now, because we're cooking potatoes in this, I'm going to add about a cup of water. We opted for 2 potatoes instead of 3. It just seemed like too much. So I just cut into bite-sized chunks. We're going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Covered. This has been cooking for 10 minutes. I just took the lid off. Look how thick and delicious this looks. The potatoes are getting softer, but they're not 100% done. So now I'm going to take our fresh string beans and I'm going to add them to this pot as well. Just give everything a good mix. If you feel it's getting too thick, add a little bit of tomato sauce or more water, whatever you prefer. At this point, I'm also going to add just a bit of pink Himalayan sea salt. And if you have oregano, definitely add oregano to this as well. We don't really care for oregano. I know it's like so not Italian, but we're going to give it another good mix. And then we will cover it for about another 15 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Make sure it's not drying out, and please keep turning it every few minutes. This cooked for another 15 minutes. You can see how thick and delicious this looks. You have to keep an eye on it. You don't want the liquid to evaporate fully, but you do want it thick. Potatoes are super tender. The green beans have wilted. Serve this with a sprinkling of feta cheese or Parmesan cheese, a complete cool weather meal. What a frugal and delicious meal. The flavors paired so well together. I'm going to encourage you, as I said at the end of the video, sprinkle on a little bit of feta cheese if you have it, or maybe some sharp cheddar or Parmesan cheese. It will just brighten the flavor. Pair it with some crusty bread. It was so good. We encourage you to use up what you have in the way of food. Don't waste it, prep it, and you will get your money's worth at that point. Thank you all for watching our special Tuesday video where we announced a giveaway. It was for reaching our goal of 65,000 subscribers. As you know, every 5,000 subscribers, we do a little giveaway. For this giveaway, we are giving away 2 sets of these beautiful Pioneer Woman towels and little magnetic inspirational bookmarks. I have 2 sets. So let's get into the other room, get on the computer, and pick our 2 winners. Well, it's 9 a.m. Friday, September 20th, and we are going to pick our 2 winners. So I put our YouTube link right there. We're going to add comment replies. We're going to filter duplicate users. There was no special words you had to use. Number of winners, we have 2. And we're going to get the YouTube comments. 728 unique comments. Start raffle and pick winner. Here we go. Karen P6176. Yay! Congratulations! Yay, and Laura Turpin 225. Yay. We have our 2 winners. Yay! Congratulations, Karen and
Thank you, guys.
Laura.
Thank you so much. Thanks for everybody watching.
Karen and Laura, please email us your mailing address to frugalmoneysaver@gmail.com. A big congratulations to Karen and Laura. Yay! Thank you everyone who entered. We appreciate you all so much. We love what we do here, and when you all tell us how much you enjoy our channel and how helpful it has been, well, you know that makes our hearts smile, and we just try even harder. So thank you. Question of the day. What is your best tip for dealing with or prepping food or freezing food, making ahead prepared meals? What is your best time-saving, money-saving tip that you can share with not only us, but our viewers as well? It would be so appreciated. We thank you again for being with us. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you.